Well, welcome to the Cost of Goods Told podcast. Today's episode is brought to you by Bernie Brand Hot Sauce. Thank you, Bernie Brand, for the sponsorship so that we can make these videos possible. I am joined as always, my name's Connor. I'm a chef and media producer. I am joined as always by my co-producer via Zoom, Darren Lafferty. Darren, you doing all right, sir?
I'm doing fantastic. Out in the field, happy to join the call and see happy, smiling faces.
I appreciate it. We got a special guest today, Federico Cavatore of Cavatore's Restaurant. Federico is about to open up his restaurant for dine-in, obviously with all of the policies and procedures issued by the governor of Texas for dinner tonight. Federico, thank you so much for coming on and joining us, sir.
No, my pleasure. Thanks for having me. It's good to see you guys again.
It's great to have you on. For those who have been following the Cost of Goods Told podcast, we did a full interview with Federico. So be sure to check that out if you want some details on how he came into the restaurant industry, his full story. Otherwise, today we're going to basically just kind of focus on dining rooms opening up today and the procedures that Federico has taken to ensure a safe and healthy environment for both the customers dining in and his staff. So we really appreciate you speaking on this for two reasons. One, it's a great way to communicate it to your customers, obviously. But two, it's also, I hate to say, a chance for you to kind of open yourself up for some ridicule. But it is, in this political environment, a not so easy thing to discuss, if that makes sense.
Sure.
I hope that doesn't come across
absolutely. It's a very sensitive subject.
It has been. So when you got the news that we could open up on Friday, today, what were your first steps as soon as you kind of got that information?
When I first found out that we were allowed to open up at a 25% occupancy, my initial thought was, it doesn't make any sense for me financially. It's just the numbers don't match. Our overhead is much more than 25%.
Right.
But we've been fortunate enough that we have had a very good, solid dinner to go. We've been doing very good numbers at night. And so after looking over the numbers and thinking things through, I realized this was going to be a good opportunity for us to slowly open, allowing us to perfect everything that we need to implement to make our staff as well as our patrons comfortable and safe. And then I thought to myself, well, look, if we're doing such a good dine-in or such a good to-go numbers, why not increase that a little bit with 25% revenue? So, and it gives an opportunity for all our patrons that have been reaching out by text or driving by and saying hi and just saying, man, we really can't wait to get back in and just feel something of, a bit of normalcy, just to get back into the swing of things, even if it's just for, a little bit of time. Everyone's tired of being indoors for 6 weeks. It's, hobbies are hobbies, but you can only learn something so much so fast. People are ready to get out. So we're excited. We're going to do the best we can. And I'm going to take it off, with this Friday and Saturday dinner. And go from there. Every day is going to be a new way to perfect what we need to do and look at numbers and see where we can make things work for us to make it, financially sound and agreeable for both parties. But I'm excited. I know there's going to be some hesitation, and we've had some hesitation. I've been very vocal on social media, with Facebook and everything I've been doing these last 6.5 weeks to try to keep Cavatore's, on people's minds so that they could order and provide some revenue for our staff and the restaurant itself to keep running. And just recently, I think it was Wednesday or Tuesday, I did a live video about me talking about how we were going to open this Friday and what steps we were going to take and, what we wanted to do. And I'd say about 95% of the people that commented or liked it were very positive, and a few hundred. There were a few, I think about three to four people that did write that it was too soon. This is way too soon. We don't want, to be a spike in the virus because of Cavatore's. And I thought to myself, well, it's not just Cavatore's. You've got malls opening. You've got stores opening. You've got hundreds, if not thousands of restaurants opening up here in Houston, you know? So I think it was more just a personal vendetta from a few people, just because there are those people out there. And, you know, everyone's entitled to their opinion, and I allowed it to keep going. And, you know, it's not my point, you know, or my place to shut it down. I mean, eventually the other patrons of ours wrote to them and you know, and let them know that, you know, it's time to get off Facebook and do something different. But, you know, it's a given. It's going to happen. Like I said, it's a very sensitive subject we're having to deal with. And we're going to be the front runners for the public. You know, we're going to be the ones that are opening up first, and, you know, we're going to get a lot of scrutiny, and we're going to get a lot of praise. And that's just business, regardless of what you're going through or what you know, what virus or, you know, whatever happens. That's just the way it is. We're in the public eye, and that's okay, you know. But I think we can do a fantastic job at what we're doing, and the patrons will feel comfortable and understand that they will get the great service, and they will feel comfortable and feel safe with everything we've implemented, and they'll see it. You know, we might even have Channel 2 News out at the restaurant tonight, possibly doing a live feed showing what we've done and talking to a few customers just to try to get the feel for it. So I'm excited about today, you know.
Hey, Federico, you guys haven't been without challenges in the past, right? With Harvey
Right.
came through, you were shut down through Harvey. So obstacles is not new for you guys. This is a new obstacle, right? You're only
this is a monster.
Curbside. Yeah, you've only been able to do curbside so far. What adjustments have been the most difficult to reopen at 25% capacity for tonight so far?
What's been the most difficult thing for us? You know what? It comes down to keeping our staff motivated, I think, because we've gone through hell, you know, 6 weeks of just total change, you know, unfamiliarity, things that we don't know anything about, how to do it, if, you know, what's going to happen, when we're going to open. And now that we've given that opportunity to open up 25%, the staff is still, they're a little hesitant, because when they hear 25%, I mean, they understand it just like I do. That's not a whole lot of revenue. And, you know, a lot of, you know, the majority of my staff, I've only had 2 out of 42 employees file for unemployment. They filed at the beginning. And the 40 others are still with us, and they've been rotating and doing shifts. So they're excited, but they also feel like this isn't the open door they were looking for things to get back to normal. They're still going to struggle. They're still going to have difficulty paying bills. They're still going to have those things where, you know, 6 weeks has been a long time. And they were holding out and not filing unemployment because they felt like this was going to turn around. And so, and you know, talking with all of them and just reminding them that, you know what, our to-go's solid, 25% revenue coming in will help the bottom line, and you will make more money. And things are only going to get better. You know, I think in 2 weeks on the 18th, it'll be lifted to 50%. Yeah. So, you know, we're fortunate. There's a lot of friends of mine that are in this business, like the two of you know as well, that are really hurting right now with to-go's. You know, and they're not able to get a big business out of this, and they've shut their doors, and they won't reopen until it's 100%. And so, you know, that's my biggest thing, is just maintaining morale, you know, and letting them know how important it is that they maintain all these regulations, that they've got to understand that they are going to be watched by every single customer that comes through our door. They're going to be looking for every little thing that we're not doing right. So that's my job, and that lands on my table, on me, that I have to be on the floor, which I always am, but I'm going to make sure and implement, you know, all these safe procedures and maintain them. And it's a reminder. It's a constant reminder to these employees of what they need to be doing and how they need to be doing it, because it's very easy, because it's not something we're used to. Yeah. You know, and then all of a sudden, it's like when you see somebody you haven't seen in a while, I'm going to give you a hug. Well, right now, you know, you kind of, you start to, and then you stop, or you do hug, and then you go, oh my God, I just realized I'm not supposed to be doing that. You know, so there's things that we're going to need to really keep an eye on and make sure that they're doing. And it's just putting it in their head and telling them. And they've been doing a real good job of it during to-go's. I mean, they wear the gloves, but now it's the masks, and it's the, you know, the disinfectant, you know, and not putting, sugar and salt and pepper caddies on the tables, and, giving paper menus and disposing of them soon after, wiping down the chairs, taking away the tablecloths after each dine-in, putting new ones down. It's a different structure than what they've done for so many years. So that's going to be, and you know what, in a way, it's a good way to start off at 25%, because that means we're not going to have, 300 people coming in on a Friday night, so we'll have time, we'll be able to do it, implement it, and it'll go well. Everything will be all right. I'm proud of my team, and I'm behind them, and I know they can do it.
I'll stay with that analogy that we said before we were recording, which was essentially everyone's being retrained in the process. Yeah. And it's like putting training wheels back on the bike that you hope will be at full speed right before too long. But you got to walk before you run, and not touching things and not wanting to put caddies on the table in an industry that's driven by service, right? It's a 180 from what we are all used to as business owners, as customers. And so I applaud the governor for opening up just a little bit to let everyone get acclimated to the new environment. And not that it's going to be easy. Obviously, it won't be for you and your employees, but I think it's off to a good start and it gives everybody hope.
But I also applaud you, Federico, for not only taking ownership of it, but there's one thing to motivate staff. I mean, on a regular shift day, you got people who aren't coming in with the right mindset, let alone with the mindset that they're coming from 6 weeks of all of this. But then to know that customers are going to be extra scrutinizing, possibly on top of them, that's a very hard ship to sail. So for you to say, hey, my job is to not only make sure that they're doing the things, but to encourage them and keep them, in the right mood set so that they can provide quality customer service. That's a hell of a burden to put on your shoulders for any operator. Any operator who's trying to do this.
Well, that's why we don't sleep.
So obviously customers haven't been coming in for 6 weeks. What can a customer expect as soon as they kind of walk in the door to Cavatore's?
So we've only been taking reservations through Open Table. I've got every other table blocked off. We've got tape lines 6 feet apart from the front door leading out. If anybody walks in off the street, we're going to have a hostess along with myself. We're going to take down their telephone number. We're going to tell them to go back to their car, sit in their car, and as soon as we have a table ready, we're going to text them. So we don't have a line of people or a group of people waiting outside, because people are going to do it. There are those people that just feel like, you know what, hey, we're outside, we can congregate. No. I've implemented also 6 parking spots directly in front of the business, and I've blocked them off for to-go parking only. So for people that are doing curbside pickup, they won't have difficulty trying to find parking or have to get out of their car to come into the restaurant. We've got hand sanitizer stations at the entrance, bathrooms in each room, main dining room. All staff will be wearing gloves along with masks. Paper menus, of course, for dinner, along with our wine list, will be paper as well. All condiments are disposable. We will only provide them when they are asked for. They will not be on the table. I am not bringing in a pianist player, not until the end of May, probably early June. And the only reason for that is when you have live entertainment, that tends to keep the customer seated longer. They want to stay and enjoy it. And this is business right now. And at 25% capacity, I need tables turned. Now, obviously, we're not going to kick you out and rush you because, you've been inside for 6 weeks. So we want you to enjoy yourself. But, and then, of course, the cost of a pianist, live music, live entertainment is very expensive. And we have it every night. So there's certain things that they will notice as maybe different than what they were, typically used to. We won't be back to 100% until the end of May. We've got to cut costs and do certain things, and they've got to be patient as well. And I think, the majority of them will understand that, and they'll see what we're doing and what we're implementing, and they'll feel safe. I feel safe.
What about the big changes possibly in the kitchen to abide by, all the policies?
The kitchen, they've always worn masks and gloves, always, this whole time. We have a full dinner menu. We are going to be cleaning the entire kitchen and wiping down everything like we've always done. That is the core of your business as a restaurant. If your kitchen is not clean, it shows. I mean, it's like the men's and women's bathroom in a restaurant. You walk into it and you see it dirty and you don't want to go back in. You can only imagine what the kitchen looks like. Ours are beautiful. You know, we take pride in what we do. And you know, we've been open 36 years, and this is just another big monster of a obstacle for us. And you know, we'll get through it like we always do. You know, I'm excited about it. I'm calm. I'm not worried. Because it's been long enough. You know, it's time to open up. It's time to do things slowly. Like Darren was saying, this is an opportunity and a great way for us to get acclimated to the situation and really understand it in its entirety and work with it and make sure that it's something that all of us, not just myself, but every restaurateur or every business owner that's allowed to open up, takes this as a priority and make sure that we maintain this, because if things get out of hand again, we're going to get shut down again. Mm-hmm. And then it's going to be a big problem, because restaurateurs or other businesses are barely holding on right now. You know, if you do this again, shut them down again, I really believe that you'll see a lot more people close their doors and not reopen. So we've all got to do this together.
So for those, and look, they're divided down the middle. Some are ready to go back out to eat, and some are not ready, and that's fine, right? Everyone has their own comfort level. For those who are not ready to come out and eat yet, how can they continue to support Cavatores? Are you going to continue with the curbside pickup?
Oh, absolutely. Okay. We will continue curbside pickup. Like I said a little earlier, we have 6 parking spots directly in front of the building that are designated for curbside pickup only. There's signs out front so that they can pull in. They're going to be numbered. They give us a call and say, I'm in spot 1. We run out, give it to them, and they leave. We perfected the curbside pickup because we've done it for 6 weeks.
You might want to write a book on that and share that with everybody.
God, I don't want to think about it anymore after this.
Hey Federico, can your guests, or can they buy gift cards still?
Yeah, absolutely. Gift cards. Yeah. Everything is open. Okay. They can do everything they did before curbside if they don't feel comfortable. And we also have delivery services as well. We've got all the delivery services that will deliver to their homes if they don't feel like leaving their home. And that's okay. It's everyone's entitled to their own opinion. And I respect that opinion. And I hope to see them when they feel more comfortable.
And Federico, if someone wants more information about what Cavatores is doing, besides kind of that Facebook Live that you did, where can they get some clear-cut information? Because some people are wanting to make sure that staff are wearing masks and so forth.
Honestly, everything that's been written by Governor Abbott is what we're doing. I've got them posted at the hostess desk for everybody to see, and I have personally checked off every box to say this is what we're doing and this is what we will maintain. We will be doing these. So they can easily look up all procedures that need to be done, and that's exactly what you'll find here at Cavatores.
Is that the Texas Promise or the Texas Restaurant
Right,
Promise?
Correct. We've got those 3 pages laminated and up on the hostess desk right when people walk up.
Perfect. I've seen other restaurateurs talk about that promise and saying that is basically what everybody is going to be doing if you open your doors.
We have to.
And if you want, Federico, for those that are going to come in and see those laminated signs, if you send them to us, we'll get them posted out for you if you want some help with that.
Okay.
Just to communicate that to those who are looking around, like who's doing what, we're happy to help them.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, Federico, we really appreciate you taking all this time to talk with us. I know you've got your hands full. We are going to wish you much luck with the dining service tonight. I hope people come out and support in droves as safely as possible.
You know what, though, in droves would kind of scare me. but I appreciate you guys. It's always good to see you. Thank you for allowing me to talk about what we're doing, and I hope to see you guys in person.
Good luck, buddy. We'll see you soon, man.
Take care, Darren. Thanks, Connor.
Can't wait. Thank you again, Federico.
Be good, guys.
Y'all too.